The Lonely Man by Carmine. Well, by me. There once was a boy that lived in an orphanage since a baby. Years and years passed by without getting adopted. Years passed and he was a teen, still not adopted. The district closed the orphanage, down with him in it. Since he had no home, he stayed in the orphanage where he had a bed and food. Years passed and the food was gone. After 3 days with no food, he decided to go outside and find some leftover food in a dumpster. He decided to bring one whole dumpster to the orphanage. But when he got back, there was a sign on it that said it was getting torn down for a mall. He ran over and ripped the sign into pieces. The next day, he woke up, and there was wood blocking the door so he could not get out of the building. They were about to knock it down with him in it, so he started to bang on the door. No one could hear him, so he backed down. So he looked around and tried to find something to break a window. He grabbed an old rusty umbrella. He went over to an empty room and broke the window, opening. And while he was climbing out of the window, the orphanage shook, and he fell on the broken glass outside of the window, giving him a cut. While he was in pain, he ran to the front and watched his home get destroyed. He tried to stay in all kinds of places, but just got kicked out. Soon after his cut got infected and had to get cut off. He told the doctors that he had no family, so he could not pay. So the doctors refused to do the job. He felt like every thunderstorm, the pain was getting worse. A couple weeks passed, and it was paralyzed. So he wanted to sue the doctors. But the judge did not accept his offer. Years passed, now 16. There was a cop dying on the ground. He tried to save him, but sadly he passed. When the cops arrived, he was under arrest for killing a cop. He said he didn't do it, but the cops just kept saying, "You have his blood on your hands." He went to court with no lawyer because he could not afford one. All of his side was empty. He was found guilty and got sentenced to life. 20 years passed and he was still in prison for something he didn't even do. When he turned 40, they released him because they found the actual person that did it. Since he was in 20 years for something he didn't do, they gave him $13 million. When he was walking to pay for a new house, he got jumped and beat up. He woke up with a broken nose, blood all over his face. They stole his coat and all of his $13 million. He walked across the street and cut a door on a box with his sharp nails and called it home. One day he woke up and there was 2 black children, one a boy and one a girl. The girl asked, "Is that your home?" And he said, yes. The boy asked for his name. He said, I don't have one. The girl asked, do you want one? The man said, oh, yes, but I'm just not good with the names. The boy looked around and he saw he had a Kimbler Grams in his hand. Kimbler, the boy said. Ross, said the girl. Kimbler Ross, both said. The man said, thank you. You're the nicest people I've met in years. The girl asked, if you wanted to come over for dinner, you can. Sure, where do you live? The boy said, up there. The man said, you mean the Top Hill Mansion? The girl said, if that's what you want to call it, then yes. After a long walk, the family got there. The man said, it is bigger than I thought. The girl said, it's starting to thunder. Come on, let's get inside. Mom said, hey kids, wait, who is that? The boy said, it's our new friend, Kimbler. Dad whispers, why are you going to let a tall, skinny stranger into our house? Mom looked at the stranger. The man just smiles and waves. Look, tell him to get out now, the mom said. The girl says, sorry, you have to. Where did he go? The lonely man walks to his box in the thunderstorm. The boy says, why were you so rude to him? Now that poor lonely man is sleeping in the thunderstorm. The mom says, fine, he can stay here for the night. The girl says, come on, Brody, let's go tell him. The kids run down their street, so excited to tell him. But when they got there, he was laying in the pool of blood on the ground with a bullet in his chest. Both kids fell to the ground, bursting into tears, saying that they will miss him. Then the girl said he was such a lonely man. Then they could hear a low voice. I was only lonely until I met you. Using his last breath. They ran back to their parents and told them the terrible news. Their parents both agreed to plan his funeral. When his funeral finally came, no one showed up except them. They buried him so he can be sent up to heaven, where he could not be lonely for the rest of his life. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. This video was, I don't know what was it about. I just decided to make a book today, and it was called The Lonely Man. It was supposed to be sad, and I showed it to my parents. They said it was sad. It is pretty sad. He did have a rough life. And if you guys like this book, please put in the comments yes. If you guys didn't, say no. If you guys would another one, say another one. But yeah, hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe to my channel if you already didn't. Also like this video, and see you next time. Peace. Quick, sorry I didn't post yesterday. I couldn't, but today I'm posting, so hopefully that makes up for it. Okay, now I'll see. Bye.